All right, a couple of other developments we're courting right now are, well, Donald Trump courting big donors. The question is whether he can get them all. In other words, will there be other Sheldon Adelsons out there? The casino mogul and big billionaire has committed $100 million to helping Donald Trump out in a general election, but he's going to need a lot more folks. Can he get them? Former Marco Rubio fundraiser, George Seay on that. George, what do you think? Will more follow?
Many will follow Trump out of various motivations. Good afternoon, Neil. I think that he'll have plenty of money with which to work with in running for president. The question is, how much does he really need? It seems like the American people are focusing more on the earned media than the paid media. And if you look at Rubio, Cruz, and Jeb Bush, they all had far more money than Trump did in the primary in terms of how much they spent, and he squashed all of them. So I wonder how much money he really needs to have, but he'll be inundated with money.
Well, you hope, right? I mean, other holdouts, though, include the likes of Paul Singer, the entire Ricketts family. They're looking, in fact, for third-party candidates still. I don't know about the Ricketts family, but obviously not everyone is so swayed. Does that worry you that not everyone is on the same page here?
Not in the least. I think this election is about the middle class and the lower middle class and their state in American society today. And I think Trump has tapped into that artfully. And I think a lot of these swing states is where that vote will be preeminent in deciding the outcome. And I think Trump's going to win. Right. So I think what billionaires do in terms of funding campaigns is not as relevant as it's been in the past.
Okay, sorry to jump on you there, but are you troubled that
no, that's okay.
What bothers some of the people who supported Donald Trump throughout the primaries is that he was beholden to nobody? And it was a winning argument to say, look, no one can buy me, no one can influence me, there's no one giving me so much as a penny. Now, in a general election, that'll be a very different story, maybe for very good reason, but isn't it going to give pause to those who think that he is above being bought?
I think it's an excellent argument that someone can self-fund, and I think he's in an enormous position of strength in terms of financing his own campaign, and I think that he'll go into the general election with all the money and all the attention he could possibly need. The question is, will he make a major faux pas that will cost him the election? So far, he just hasn't. And I also think this chatter about a third-party run is the most inane discourse I've ever heard in American politics. If you have a third-party candidate, Hillary Clinton just skips into the White House. And anyone who has any conservative principles, that's your worst possible outcome. So that's nonsense talk. You
know, part of the strategy, and I agree with you readily that it does seem at face value to be a little bizarre. Part of the strategy is that it denies, potentially, someone from getting all 270 electoral votes. So the three names in that event, assuming it's three names, go into the House of Representatives. Therein lies the possibility of Republicans, assuming they control the House, putting that third-party guy or woman, you know, in play for the presidency. It's a stretch, but what do you make of their argument?
I think it's too clever by half. I think that's Washington inside baseball talk with people with too much time on their hands and not enough to think about. I think we need to keep it simple and just beat Hillary. And I think Trump's the guy to do that.
All right, George, thank you very, very much. Annandale Capital Founder George Seay.